So, hello, my name is Shema. Welcome to TesterYou Asks, and I'm delighted to welcome you to this insightful session with our esteemed guest, Eirini. We will explore the fascinating journey and perspectives of our guest in the field of technology and test engineering. So, welcome again.
Hi,
So you can.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, it's nice that you accepted our invitation. So if you want, you can introduce yourself and start explain about your journey.
Sure. Thank you. First of all, I'd like to say that I'm very happy that I'm here and thank you for the invitation. I really believe that testers throughout the world, we have many things in common and many things to discuss. So this initiative from TesterYou to, give a voice to testers globally. This is very nice. I really like it and thank you for having me here. So, my name is Eirini Kefala. I have been working as a tester for the last 10 years, almost. My current role is a test manager.
So, you are working at a company right now. What is the name of the company and what is your objectives in general?
I'm working for Allwyn Lottery Solutions. What we're doing in Allwyn is we're creating lottery solutions for our customers throughout the world, meaning that we're creating the platforms, the mobile apps, and instant win games for our clients. So they provide to their customers the full digital experience of lotteries. I've been working with Allwyn Lottery Solutions for 7.5 years now, and I've been a test manager for a short period of time. It's over the past couple of months. Before that, I was a QA lead in the game studio. And through my role, what we're doing now is actually keeping the high quality standards that we have in order to deliver excellence to our clients. This is done by processes, internal processes within our teams, processes when it comes to deliverables and, releasing to customers. So, yeah.
Is there some difficulties because you said lottery, right? So lottery is for me a different section industry, like it's different than other ones. Are there some special difficulties?
Well, actually, yes, because lotteries is a high regulatory, field, meaning that it's not only that your test processes and all the testing that we are performing should follow these regulations, but it's also the fact that we have too many integrations in place. Integrations with ID verification providers, with card verification providers, with the systems that perform the draws, in draw-based games. So, yeah, there are many integrations in place for, the end result. So, yeah, testing all these throughout the testing phases that we have is challenging because you might be ready for a project, but the third party might not be ready. So you need to test using mocks, and when the final integration takes place, there might be inconsistencies there that might cause extra development, extra testing, or anything. So yeah.
Have you ever considered working in a different field?
Other than QA? Absolutely not.
Not.
Actually, Actually, I heard about testing and quality assurance when I finished with my studies. This is when I started searching for a job, to see what I'm going to do for my career, with my career. And it was then when I saw a job opening for a QA role, and I went through the job description and I said, okay, this is me. This is what I want to do. And it was from that point on that I was only focusing on QA jobs. So I was only sending my CV on QA openings because I knew this was for me. As a person, I can say that I'm a perfectionist, and being a perfectionist is something good for a tester.
Yeah.
So yeah, for the time that, from the first time that I got to understand that this QA thing exists and this is what a QA tester does, this is what I wanted to do.
That's nice to hear. What my another question is like, did you have a role model? Like some people are affected by the family members and some are, I don't know, by the teacher or something like that. Did you have a role model for you?
Actually, not really. It's very difficult in our university years. It's a very difficult thing to find a course having to do with testing and what is quality assurance. So it's not even during the studies that you might have a person that is expert in this field, so you can look up to them. So it's just that, yeah, I went through the job description of the role and I said, okay, this sounds like me. This is something I would like to do. And I'm happy to say that after all these years, I've never regretted it even once. It's literally, it's me, my personality, and how I bring all this to my everyday tasks.
Yeah, that's nice, really. So how would you define an ideal work environment? Is it for you ideal now, or what would it change? What would your suggestions? Yes.
Yeah. Actually, to me, having a work-life balance is very important in the organization that we work for, because, we give 100% of ourselves to our work, and we need our, free time in order, to have a life outside work. So work-life balance is very important to me. Also, I believe that hard work should be recognized in the organization that I work for, because, there are people that make the extra mile, that are hard workers, very good performers, and this should be recognized. I also appreciate when there is open communication in the organization that you work for. So the organization communicates things, and you also have a voice, so you can, discuss your feelings and your thoughts with the organization, even if it has to do with your daily tasks, or even the future of the organization or milestones of the organization. I also appreciate organizations that value feedback. The best feedback to me is the feedback coming from all the directions, our managers, our peers, people from other capabilities, or even from other organizations. So yeah, having a culture where feedback is promoted is a culture that I would like to belong in. So yeah, all these exist in my current workplace. Not only exist, but they are embodied, within our culture. So it's not only the processes that we have as an organization, but it's also the little things that, to me, matter. Like, for example, for Halloween, we have some Halloween events like scavenger hunt, we are dressing up and things like that. Or the other day, we were at the office to decorate our Christmas tree. So, it's small things like that
yeah,
at the end of the day make a difference.
Yeah, that's true. I think the same. Like these little things, different things, like it makes you feel different, and you feel the team, you see that the team reacts positively.
Exactly.
In my opinion.
Exactly. You feel appreciated.
Yes, that's true. What is the team structure and workflow in the testing side of your company?
Okay. It's a very good thing that I believe that we are mature as an organization when it comes to testing. This means that testing is appreciated, and we have many faces that, how to say, safeguard our deliverables. So we're working using the Scrum framework, agile methodology. So we have in sprint teams that create, write code, etc. Within these teams, we have different roles: developers, product owners, designers, testers. In the teams, automation testers and manual testers are different roles. We have them separated. So even from the beginning of the project, test exists, with early detection and all the benefits that this early detection brings. So imagine that we have these dev teams, these in sprint teams working on different aspects of a delivery. And when we have a release and we have all the features of a release, then we have another layer of testing called release testing. This is done by a team that that holds QAs. So this is when release testing happens. All the features that were developed by the different teams are now tested as a release. This is where the integration testing happens. If it was not feasible to be done earlier, this is when the final integration testing happens. Reconciliation testing happens. Many things, regression testing or performance testing or other test types are done during the release testing. And after the release testing is finished, UAT might start.
Okay, what criteria define a successful testing professional? How are you working to develop and improve these qualities in yourself?
Nice, very, very nice question. Actually, to me, a good tester should be detail-oriented. We should search for the details. We should find any discrepancies between, acceptance criteria and the implementation, point them out, and have it addressed. So a very good tester should be detail-oriented. I would say curious as well. It's not like, okay, I see how this works, but a good mindset would be, okay, but what if I did this? What if I did that? How the system would behave? To address not only, we not only test happy paths, but error cases, or whatever the end user might think of. I would say patience, because to me as well, there have been multiple times where, there is this persistent bug that cannot get addressed, and you should retest, and you should regression test, and then retest. So we should be patient for this. These are some baseline characteristics for a good tester, and it's always depending on the seniority as well. I mean, of course, you want someone to be detail-oriented, but you expect different things from a junior level and different things from a senior level. And when it comes to me, actually, now that I have moved to a leadership position, let's say, the things that I would like to be better with, and where I'm focusing now, is risk management and risk mitigation and decision making. Because the decisions that we take as leaders should be effective and should have the better outcome for our teams. So effective decision making is really essential.
Okay. what advice would you give to those who are interested in or just starting out in this industry section? What should they focus on to be successful in this field?
Actually, I would give some advice. First of all, don't be afraid of making mistakes. As I said earlier, we testers are a bit perfectionists, and as perfectionists, we don't want to make mistakes, but mistakes is a part of the process, is a part of how you learn. And if we don't make mistakes, we might also be afraid to try. So try, make mistakes, and learn from it. Another thing that to me is important is networking. We have testing communities that are very active. So being a part of these communities and see and understand what other testers feel, what their, what's their feelings, their thoughts is very essential as well. And of course, technical knowledge is very important, but don't miss out on also develop your soft skills. As testers, we have this job for finding bugs and telling the developers that, look, this code that you wrote is not working 100% perfectly. So having the soft skills to communicate this to people, or any other communication, is as important as technical knowledge. And last but not least, enjoy the journey. It's gonna be a very difficult journey, but very rewarding. So you're gonna love it. Just be patient.
All right. I looked at your LinkedIn profile and I saw that you joined the Live2Test conference 2024. That's true. So I want to say something about that. I would like to the listeners, I would like to invite them too, because it will be, I think it's the first time for you, right?
Yes.
I was last year there as well, because I started last year to work at TesterYou. So I want to invite them because it will be good experience between the people in this section, in this industry. It is a nice communication between the professionals. I just want to add this. So my last two questions is, how do you envision the future of software testing? What change do you expect the industry to undergo in the coming years? Like, how will it change? What's your opinion?
Yeah. If I'm honest, the testing will always be there, will always be here, will always be in the software development life cycles. We are all people make mistakes. These mistakes, become a bug somewhere in the code, and there should be people who will find these bugs and catch them early enough so they won't leak to production. So the thing that I want to see how will roll is AI, if I'm honest. There's been so many discussions regarding AI and how will this be embedded in the teams and how will be used in the teams by software. So I really want to see how this will move forward. Will we have more AI tools in our day-to-day tasks? How will these AI tools enable our deliveries, more faster deliveries? I really want, I'm keen to know how this will go.
My last question. If you had the opportunity to change something in your current industry, current field, what would be the first thing you would change?
Yeah, actually, what I would like to see in the testing industry is that testing is being prioritized even more. You know, there are still companies and organizations who have the mindset of, okay, this is developed, means this is done. No, having developing something does not mean this is done. It's untested, and if you leave things untested, maybe this, you know, this will go untested to the end customer, meaning that this might have a damage to the organization, reputational damage, or any other damage. So, yeah, better prioritization of testing.
Okay, these were my questions actually, but if you want, like to give a message to the listeners, you can add, or you can tell them something if you want, if you have just.
Sure,
if not, it's okay.
Actually, what I wanted to say to fellow QAs out there, we are here, we are strong, we are the quality gates of our teams. And what I say to my teams is that if a team has happy testers, it means they're happy teams. So happy testers, happy teams.
Yes. All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
It was so nice to meet you, and we will see us together in the Live2Test conference 2024. So I'm excited now, and I hope we will stay in contact with you. And don't hesitate if you have any questions, every time.
Thank you. It was very nice talking to you, and thank you for having me.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You too. You too. Bye.